Hello, hello, and welcome, or yeehaw! um, Msoul, welcome to Riddle Me Recipe Blitz, hosted by me, Venus Callida. And I wanted to say that I don't usually do this, but when I had night school last year, we know that there was at least 1 week every month where I had to miss the live show. And I pre recorded something for you so you could play my fun foodie riddle game. And in this case, it'll be just one recipe tonight. That's why it's a Riddle Me Recipe Blitz instead of the full course menu. But I'll be back live with more menus starting next week again. It's just really weird, but about an hour ago, I suddenly got 3 job interviews all at once, and they're all in a row today. So I'm definitely not going to be able to make this show, not even just be a teeny bit late or a teeny bit early. I'm going to miss the whole afternoon. I'll be interviewing one after the other. So wish me luck, and I wish you luck. Let's play. Want to eat like Billy the Kid? This picture right here is something I cooked up from the historical records. This guy over here, Billy the Kid, when he was working with the regulators, the only known picture of Billy the Kid with the regulators. Now we're talking about the late 60s to early 1870s, and he's playing croquet. That's right, this infamous outlaw playing croquet with the regulators, fully employed at this time. And you know what? You're going to find out a little bit more about him that may surprise you. Not just this picture, but we're heading back to the 1860s, and we're going to take us to 1860s because we want to eat like Billy the Kid. So, just solve my foodie riddles to reveal the secret recipe, one that Billy the Kid would have known really well since he was a child himself. Ready? Let's play. Riddle me this. I'm played by the comedian Rowan Atkins. My first name is legit Mr. Just check out my passport. Who am I? I think I was. Hey, Billy. All right, riddle number 2. I once was used as payment for Roman soldiers' service. And Billy the Kid might have used me to preserve meat. What am I? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Don't point that thing at me. Anyways, riddle number 3. I am what falls from the sky during a storm. What am I? Riddle number 4. You make me from those that went to the market, those that stayed at home, and those that said wee, wee, wee. What am I? I'm really trying to think of what kind of cowboy songs I know. Oh. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Choo. Dun, dun, dun. Pew, pew, pew. Dun, dun, dun. Pew, pew, pew. I don't know. So sorry. Should have planned that better. Riddle number 5. Bright and fresh, a leafy zing. I can make the salsa sing. What am I? I'm sorry, guys. I'm thinking Old Town Road in my head, and yet, for as much as it was popular for so long, I can't remember the tune. Cowboy songs. Not sure. Dolly Parton, Shania Twain. What are we gonna do? Dun, dun, it's not right. Na na na. Dun 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 dun. Riddle number 6. I can make you cry a lot, even though I'm not mean. What am I? Riddle number 7. Beefsteak and Roma, grape and Camparis, cherry and sun gold. Millionaire. What are all of these? Riddle number 8. A little heat comes from this friend. This veggie spice won't offend. What adds the kick? Arriba, arriba, andale, andale. Arriba, arriba, andale, andale. So, Msoul, let's review these recipes and find out how many of my foodie riddles you were able to solve. And riddle number 1, I'm played by the comedian Rowan Atkinson. My first name is legit Mr. Just check out my passport. What is my name? Mr. Bean. And in this case, we need dry pinto beans, 1 pound. In riddle number 2, I was once used as payment for a Roman soldier's service. What am I? Really, kids' generation didn't have refrigerators that plugged in, so they would have used this to preserve meat. What is it? Salt. And we need 1 tablespoon salt for this recipe. Riddle number 3. I'm what falls from the sky during a storm. What am I? Water. In rain, water. We need 6 cups. Riddle number 4. You make me from those that went to the market, those that stayed home, and those that went wee, wee, wee. What am I? Well, those are the 3 little pigs from the market. Pigs on your toes. And all of them, what we get from pigs, bacon. And what we need is chopped bacon with the reserve grease to add flavor to this dish. Riddle number 5. Bright and fresh, a leafy zing. I can make the salsa sing. What am I? Chopped cilantro. This is a handful. Now, riddle number 6. I can make you cry a lot, even though I'm not mean. What am I? Diced onions. 1 big fat one would be great. Riddle number 7. A beefsteak and Roma, grape and Camparis, cherry and sun gold. Millionaire. What are these? Tomatoes. But in this case, we'll need Roma tomatoes for this recipe. Roma tomatoes. Riddle number 8. A little heat comes from this friend. This veggie spice won't offend. Ha-cha-cha! What adds the kick? Jalapenos. So Venus, what incarnation is this, you might ask me? It's a fresh pot of beans and tortillas. You see, Billy the Kid, born Henry McCarty in 1859, was an orphan in the New Mexico territory. There were actually a few religiously run formal orphanages in those days, and they would have served simple, cheap, filling food. Meals designed for economy, not variety, and the diet would reflect local Hispano and indigenous food traditions of the area. That's why this fresh pot of beans and tortillas, that's right. That's what fed this kid. All right, Billy, how do we prepare this dish? That orphanage would have prepared for children back then. It's rinse and soak the dried pinto beans in water for at least an hour. This helps reduce the cooking time and improves the texture of the beans. Then you're going to cook the beans by draining them. Place them in a pot with 6 cups of fresh water, 1 tablespoon of salt. Bring to a gentle boil over medium heat, then reduce to low and simmer for a few hours until the beans are tender. If you get this started in the morning, it'll be ready for lunch or dinner. Now you're going to prepare the bacon and the veggies. While the beans are simmering, cook the chopped bacon in a separate pan. When it's halfway crispy, toss in the diced onions, tomatoes, and jalapenos. Cook until the vegetables are softened and aromatic. It's going to smell so good in your house. Combine and continue cooking. You're going to stir the bacon, veggies, and the bacon grease into the pot of beans. Continue simmering until the flavors meld and the beans are tender. Taste and season with more of the salt and pepper if you desire. You're going to serve and garnish. You can ladle the beans into bowls and garnish with fresh chopped cilantro and enjoy warm. And put that little tortilla bread on the side. Dip and enjoy. Well, let me show you what Billy the Kid would have been familiar with. I'm going to bring it out. I'm going to bring it out right here. We're going to point at this, everybody. We're going to point right at this. And I'll just bring myself. Oh, I don't want that stuck on me. We're going to put that there. So he's pointing at, this is what Billy the Kid, as a child in an orphanage, would have been fed. This would have been a common lunchtime dish or even a dinner meal in an orphanage in the 1860s in the New Mexico territories, now the United States. New Mexico, the state. Well, Billy, that's all the time we have for today, Msoul. Let me know if you actually tried this recipe and what it felt like to eat like the little boy who grew up to be the notorious Billy the Kid. I'm Venus Callida. Bon appetit. And I'll see you live for our cooking show next week. Take care out there, and I'll see you next time.